Did you know that sugar could be the hidden enemy that's speeding up the aging process and increasing your risk of chronic diseases? What if I told you that cutting back on sugar could help you live longer and feel healthier? It might sound too simple, but the truth is, sugar is one of the biggest culprits when it comes to our overall health, especially as we age. In this video, we're going to uncover the truth about sugar, why it's so harmful to your health, and how reducing it can add years to your life. We'll dive into the science behind it and explore the simple steps you can take to cut back on sugar for a longer, healthier life. Let's get started. Throughout my career, I've seen a wide range of health issues, but one of the most common and overlooked culprits is sugar. It's something many of us enjoy in our daily lives, but as we age, the impact sugar has on our health becomes even more pronounced. Through my experience and research, I've witnessed how sugar affects not only our weight and energy levels, but also our heart health, brain function, and immune system. It's a hidden factor that speeds up the aging process and increases the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. Today, I'm going to share why cutting back on sugar could be one of the best decisions you make for your health. I'll explain how reducing your sugar intake can actually add years to your life, help you feel more energized, and reduce the risk of serious health problems. Let's dive in and discover the science behind it. But what's so bad about sugar? Isn't it just a sweet treat we all enjoy? Well, it turns out that sugar is much more harmful than we realize, especially as we age. While a little sugar here and there may not seem like a big deal, the long-term effects can be significant. In this video, I'll explain how sugar affects your body in ways you might not expect. I'll break down what it does to your heart, brain, and immune system, and why reducing sugar is key to living a longer, healthier life. You'll learn how making small adjustments to your sugar intake can have a big impact on your overall health and well-being. Let's dive into the science and find out how cutting back on sugar can help you feel your best as you age. Let me tell you about one of my patients, Linda. At 68, she came to me struggling with high blood pressure, diabetes, and frequent fatigue. Like many people, Linda had a routine that included daily sugary treat sodas, candies, and sweet pastries were her go-to snacks. She loved the sweet taste, but she wasn't fully aware of the toll it was taking on her body. After we discussed the impact sugar was having on her health, Linda decided to make some changes. She started by cutting back on sugary snacks and drinks. Instead of reaching for soda, she swapped it out for water and green tea and replaced sweets with fresh fruit. These simple changes weren't about depriving herself, but rather about making healthier choices that would support her long-term health. Within just a few months, Linda began to notice a huge difference. Her blood sugar levels dropped, her energy levels soared, and she felt more vibrant than ever. Not only did she lose a few pounds, but she also noticed she felt mentally sharper and more motivated to stay active throughout the day. Linda's story is a perfect example of how cutting back on sugar can have a powerful impact on your health. It's never too late to start making small, sustainable changes that can make a big difference in how you feel and how you age. Just like Linda, you can take control of your health and start feeling better today. So, why is sugar so harmful to your body, especially as you get older? Let's break it down. First, sugar leads to inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is linked to a wide range of health issues, including heart disease, arthritis, and even Alzheimer's. When you consume too much sugar, especially added sugars found in processed foods, sugary drinks, and snacks, it triggers an inflammatory response that can damage your tissues and organs over time. It's important to note that added sugars, such as those found in soda, candy, and packaged foods, are the main culprits. These are different from the natural sugars found in whole fruits, which come with fiber and other nutrients that help your body process the sugar more slowly. Second, sugar contributes to weight gain. When we eat sugar, our bodies convert it into glucose, which gets stored as fat if not used for energy. This excess fat puts extra strain on your heart and increases your risk of diabetes and high blood pressure. The problem with sugar is that it can cause a rapid rise in blood glucose levels, leading to an increase in fat storage, especially around the abdomen area, particularly linked to heart disease. Third, Sugar has a major impact on your brain function. High sugar intake can affect cognitive function, leading to memory problems, brain fog, and even a higher risk of developing dementia as you age. Too much sugar can disrupt the balance of chemicals in your brain, affecting mood and mental clarity. Lastly, sugar weakens your immune system. Excess sugar can suppress the immune response, making it harder for your body to fight off infections. This is especially concerning as we get older, and our immune system naturally weakens. By reducing your sugar intake, you can strengthen your body's ability to defend itself against illness and infections. It's important to remember that natural sugars in whole fruits, vegetables, and dairy are not the issue. These come with fiber, vitamins, and minerals that help your body process them more efficiently. It's the added sugars, those extra sugars that are added to processed foods and drinks, that we need to reduce. By cutting back on added sugars, you can significantly improve your health and reduce your risk of these chronic conditions. So, what benefits can you expect when you cut back on sugar? Let's look at the incredible changes that happen in your body. First, reduced inflammation. When you reduce your sugar intake, your body has less inflammation to deal with. Chronic inflammation is a major factor in many age-related diseases, including heart disease, joint pain, and even conditions like rheumatoid arthritis. By cutting down on sugar, you're helping to reduce this inflammation, which can lead to better overall health and less discomfort in your joints and tissues. Second, better weight management. By cutting out sugary foods and drinks, you'll naturally reduce your calorie intake. This can help you maintain a healthy weight, which is crucial for heart health, managing blood pressure, and reducing the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Keeping your weight in check will not only help you feel better, but will also take the strain off your heart, reducing the risk of cardiovascular issues. Third, improved brain health. When you stop consuming excess sugar, you'll notice better mental clarity and improved memory. Reducing sugar intake helps protect your brain from cognitive decline, which is a concern as we age. High sugar levels can affect brain function, causing issues like memory problems, foggy thinking, and even an increased risk of dementia. By cutting back on sugar, you can protect your cognitive function and keep your mind sharp. Lastly, by cutting back on sugar, you'll strengthen your immune system. This means fewer colds, better defense against infections, and an overall healthier body. As we get older, our immune system naturally weakens, so it's important to support it as much as possible. Reducing sugar helps your body fight off illnesses more effectively, keeping you healthier and more resilient as you age. By cutting back on sugar, you're giving your body the tools it needs to stay strong, sharp, and healthy. Now that we know the benefits, how can you start cutting back on sugar today? It's easier than you think. Here are some practical tips to help you reduce your sugar intake without feeling deprived. First, cut sugary drinks. This includes sodas, sweetened teas, and energy drinks. These are often the largest source of hidden sugar in our diets. Instead, opt for water, herbal teas, or infused water with slices of lemon, cucumber, or mint for a refreshing and flavorful drink without the added sugar. You'll not only cut down on sugar, but also stay hydrated and energized. Second, replace sugary snacks with healthier alternatives. Instead of reaching for candy or pastries, try fresh fruit, a handful of nuts, or a serving of plain yogurt with a drizzle of honey. These options provide natural sugars and essential nutrients without the excess sugar and chemicals often found in processed snacks. Third, read food labels carefully. Sugar is hidden in many packaged foods, even those that don't taste sweet. Things like sauces, dressings, and bread can contain added sugars. Look out for added sugars listed in the ingredients and choose options with no or low added sugar. This can be one of the easiest ways to avoid unnecessary sugar without changing much about your routine. Fourth, cook more at home. Preparing meals from scratch allows you to control the ingredients and avoid the hidden sugars often found in takeout or processed foods. When you cook at home, you can opt for fresh ingredients and natural sweeteners like honey or stevia if you need a little sweetness. It's a great way to make sure you're getting the healthiest, most natural food. Lastly, gradually reduce sugar in your meals. Start by cutting down the amount of sugar you add to your coffee or tea and gradually reduce it in your recipes until you don't even miss it. It's all about slowly retraining your taste buds to enjoy less sweetness, and before you know it, you'll find that you need less sugar to feel satisfied. By making these simple changes, you'll be on your way to reducing your sugar intake and improving your health step by step. It's all about taking small actions that add up over time to make a big difference in how you feel. Let me tell you about Susan, a 69-year-old woman who struggled with high blood sugar and constant cravings for sweets. For years, she found herself reaching for sugary treats, and no matter how hard she tried, she just couldn't shake her sugar addiction. It was frustrating, and she felt like her health was slipping out of her control. After learning about the impact of sugar on her health, Susan decided to take action. She started by cutting back on sugary drinks, swapping her daily soda for water with lemon. Instead of indulging in her usual afternoon chocolate bar, she replaced it with a small handful of almonds and fresh berries. These small swaps weren't about depriving herself. They were about making healthier choices that fit into her lifestyle. Within just a few weeks, Susan noticed significant improvements. Her blood sugar levels began to stabilize, she felt less fatigued, and the constant cravings for sweets started to fade. She even reported feeling more energized throughout the day, and her mood improved dramatically. These simple changes made her feel like a new person, more in control, more vibrant, and ready to take on life. Susan's success story shows us that by simply reducing sugar, she was able to take control of her health. It wasn't about perfection or extreme diets, it was about making small, sustainable changes that brought her long-term results. Her journey is proof that cutting back on sugar can have a real, positive impact on your health, no matter your age. What changes will you start making today? Will you cut back on sugary drinks? Or perhaps replace your afternoon snack with a healthier option? Maybe you'll start by reducing the sugar in your coffee or tea. These small changes can have a big impact on your health. I'd love to hear how you plan to reduce your sugar intake. Drop a comment below and let us know what small change you're excited to try. Sharing your experience can inspire others to make positive changes in their own lives. Remember, cutting back on sugar doesn't mean completely eliminating the foods you love. It's about making mindful choices and gradually reducing sugar to improve your health over time. Start today, and let's take the first step together towards a healthier, more vibrant life. Reducing sugar is one of the most effective ways to improve your health and add years to your life. By cutting back on sugary drinks, snacks, and processed foods, you can reduce inflammation, protect your heart, and feel better every day. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on living a healthier, longer life. And don't forget to comment below. Let me know what changes you're planning to make and share your journey with us. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for our next video, where we'll dive into more tips for healthy aging.